You are, we are, it all is a masterpiece in the making. Today we're going to share at how this masterpiece is unfolding and ask and invite you to see, where is this masterpiece? What is this that is alive within you, that is ready to be birthed, like the sculptor carving away at the stone? What has been revealed that's already existent, but it's revealed by the master sculptor. And the greatest master sculptor is God Goddess. And so today we are going to discover and share about the masterpieces coming back together in the making of the masterpiece. Here we go. Namaste, welcome everyone. This is day number 251 of 365, A Life of Bliss, 3651, quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the living transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today it's all about the master in the making, the masterpiece in the making. 251 days in, we are live streaming live at 333 on UK time on multiple different platforms. Let us know if you're joining live, drop us a comment, and if you are a cosmic time traveler on the replay, let us know also, and we're happy to continue this journey with each of you every day in every way. And we are in a new cycle. It's very clear to see that there is a new cycle that has begun, and that old patterns and old ways of being are being dissolved. And so it's like bubbles in water. In the lifetime, there'll be certain seasons and reasons where you'll come together with people, you'll come together with circumstances, you'll go through processes, you'll be in certain places, in certain events, certain communities. And those bubbles of consciousness come together for a certain reason and a season and a purpose. And then at times that they can move their own ways and maybe come back together at a later time. But they must decouple so that you can come together with the new version and the new visions, so that this continuous evolution of what it is we are here to become and becoming. And so we'd like to offer that and open to the potential of what is appearing and what is coming. So let's get right into the quote for day 251. We are in chapter 20. As these words rise up to meet you, know that there is no separation. Know that their intrinsic meaning has no value save the meaning that you give it. That in which all of life is birthed is revealed through the focus, attention, and meaning you give to it. So know that all of life is a blank canvas, waiting for you to give it its meaning, waiting for you to give it its color, waiting for you to give it its flair, waiting for you to be the creative genius that you are, dear master in the making. And so this is opening us to the potentials that exist within each and every one of us. The full potential. Everything is in potentiality. Everything is in possibility. And it's alive within each and every one of us. And the gift of knowing this and the gift of seeing this is what opens us and puts us into a new state of being, a new way of being. And when we open in this way, we become receptive to that which is birthing. We become receptive in a way that that which was not seen to us before becomes seen. That which was not obvious becomes so clear. That which is appearing is seen more clearly. And so as a masterpiece in the making, as the master sculptor, God Goddess, is removing all of the pieces, like the David, like Michelangelo was sculpting the David, and I think it's Michelangelo and the David. If I get this quote wrong, it was some sculptor, master sculptor. And they asked, how did you create the David? And so it was carved from stone. And what he said was, I just removed everything that wasn't the David. And so we are all in a process of removing, letting go, releasing, opening, surrendering to everything that is not our true nature. Everything that is I like this word, but Martin can't say it. Superfluous. I think that's it. Everything that is extra, everything that's added on, everything that is baggage, everything that has been picked up along the way, that is superfluous to the true being, the intrinsic being. And so as these sculptures reveal themselves, they're already existing in there, but until we let go of what is surrounding the perfection of what we are, we cannot see truly. Even though we know it exists, and we know it exists in perfection, we cannot see it when we've got all the dust and the clouding and the continual belief systems and patterns that keep us in an older version, a previous version of that which is the perfection, the perfected whole within. And so, as Michelangelo revealed the David by just taking away everything that wasn't the David, we are not in a process of creation, we're in a process of revelation. And so whenever there is emotions coming up, whenever there is challenges, whenever there's shifts in relationships, whenever there's shifts in location, shift in community, whenever these things, and this is in the field at the moment, see that it's parts that are falling away that are no longer relevant. Its parts are falling away that had a reason in a season. That's where the metaphor falls down in a sculpture, because we're dynamic and multidimensional, and we can have multiple sculptures in a lifetime. But that which is falling away, let it fall away naturally with love. And just like the little master Marie Kondo, the life-changing magic of tidying up, when something is falling away or something is moving or shifting or something changes form, bless it and have gratitude for it, and be really excited that something new is birthing for all of creation. When you bless, so if you haven't read the book or know what she does a very simple process of how to tidy up, and it's just amazing. But so you pick up a piece of clothing or a book or whatever it happens to be, and you ask, does this still spark joy in my life? And if it sparks joy, you keep it. If it doesn't spark joy, then you give it away, sell it, whatever, donate it, whatever, it moves on. But when you do that, you're not putting it, you're not like, oh, I'm done with that, let that go, oh, that time has passed, I'm so beyond that now. The little ego always wants to do something like that. Is like, thank you for this reason and this season, thank you for this moment. I am this masterpiece in the making, and you and this and everything played such a beautiful role in this, and now it's time to reveal another part of the masterpiece in the making. And so whenever things change, and the one constant in the universe is change, whenever things shift, like, have gratitude for that which is fallen away. Have gratitude for emotions and feelings that come up that can be intense this week. Earlier this week has been quite a challenge, but there's definitely a shift this one is feeling, and it's a lightness and a freedom and a newness. And so as a master in the making, as a masterpiece, a piece of the master mind, the master heart, the master God in the making. We are making ourselves aware of what has always been here. And at times, we just have to blow away the cobwebs. At times, we have to look at something from a new perspective. At times, we're called to shift location. At times, we're called to leave a job, or a relationship changes, or our health or our body makes a huge shift and something changes. If we label that as bad or wrong, it's like the sculptor seeing a piece that's covering the masterpiece that is to be revealed and saying, oh, it doesn't look so right. Oh, I'm not going to take that. I'm just going to leave that there. So even though it's still covering what is to be revealed, I think I'm just going to keep it there for a little bit. And the true master is in total surrender, total alliance, and in total flux. Everything's always changing. Everything's always shifting. The one constant is change. And so this quote, which I love, is that, it's reminding us again that all of life doesn't have any meaning. Life has zero meaning. The little ego hates this. Life has no meaning at all. All the things that we think have this intense and beautiful meaning, they do, but only for us. They don't have intrinsic meaning. Every circumstance, everything that appears is appearing in a neutral field of nothingness. And the meaning that we give it is the meaning that it has for us. And that's why 20 people can see the same different things and have 20 different descriptions of the same event, because they'll all have a unique perspective and a unique trauma, unique way of seeing the world, unique expressions of that, and they give it, and some may coincide with their meanings and some may diverge with their meanings, but it's a neutral field of nothingness that has no meaning save the meaning we give it. So the only thing that has meaning is something that is neutral that we're giving meaning to. How many times in your life have you had an experience? We talk about this a lot. You've had an experience and you give it a certain meaning at the time. Snap response, snap reaction, whatever. Something happens. You can't see the bigger picture. If we could always see the bigger picture, there'd be no point in these little spacesuits. So you give it a certain meaning. Then what happens? This little illusion of time gives space. And once we get space from these events and these things that happens, we begin to see, oh, what came from that? Something changed. That meaning I originally gave it, maybe it's not just that, but a little bit more. We'll just leave it and see. And then you get more time and you get more space and you get more changes because of what changes. When everything changes, change everything. You begin to see it again. And how many times have you had something in your life that you give a particular meaning to at one point in your life, and now you give it a completely different meaning? So, where does the meaning come from? If the thing, event, whatever it happens to be, had an intrinsic meaning, its meaning would stand the test of time. Its meaning would be the same for multiple different people. Its meaning would always be its meaning. But if meaning changes because of time, because of perspective, because of growth, because of remembering, because of forgetting, because of a shifting of emotional states, then the meaning is coming from those, them, the I, that is giving the meaning to the event. So look now to see in your life if you can feel or hear or sense something that previously you give a certain meaning to, and now it's different. And then bring that into this now. If that is true, let's just say it's a possibility, it's a pondering. It's a pondering a possibility. There's no teaching, there's nothing shared here, there's nothing offered, there's no truth. There's just a relative expression on infinite perspectives. If that was true, and if you pondered the possibility that was true, then you could begin, and we could begin right now to give completely new meanings to everything that is now appearing, and not waiting for 20 years. Not waiting for the bigger picture. We don't have to get to the gift straight away of a challenging event. We will talk about that a lot. But we can give, let's say, challenging events, or the ones that feel the most intense. Instead of giving them the automatic negative meaning, we can choose to give them even a neutral meaning. This is just what is at the moment. It feels intense, whatever it is. But it's just what it is. You don't have to jump straight to quote positive. But can we give it a neutral meaning? Can we say, this is appearing, it's quite intense, or whatever it happens to be, or it's quite like exciting, I want to like go like impulsively, I want to go do something, or it's like, oh, it's pulling me back, oh my god, I can't believe this happened again. So instead of like being pulled into the polarity straight away, can we give it a neutral meaning and just be in that state of neutrality, and then let's see, and let the treasure of time expand it to see what could it mean in what we call the future, which is always now. And so the invitation is to look at that, if you're so called. And just going back to the quote, so know that all of life is a blank canvas, waiting for you to give it its meaning, waiting for you to give it its color, waiting for you to give it its flair, waiting for you to be the creative genius that you are, dear master in the making. And so this waiting is not like someone thinks you're late and they're waiting for. It means, the waiting means it's infinite potential. So it's not like, oh, I hope he hurries up, I hope she gets this one day. No, it's infinite potential, meaning it's always there for you. So as if someone was waiting to give you a gift, it's always there in potential. But it's not like hanging around getting impatient. It's just infinite potential that's always there. And so if we allow ourselves to see that everything is infinite potential, and this is one perspective on infinite potential, then we can begin to be this masterpiece in the making, where we are continually unfolded by life itself as life itself. And there's nothing we have to do but be. There's nothing we have to do, and we can be active and participatory, and we can be open, and we can be called into spontaneous action, but we're not doing the act, we're being acted. Just like a tree is appling, people are peopling, we, whatever we are being acted. We're being moved. So when these hands move, where's the decision to make that move? Where does it start? Where does it end? So, dear masterpiece in the making, dear master in the making, thank you for being here on this earth. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. And thank you for revealing the masterpiece, the piece of the master that you are. This is the contemplation for day 251. And now, as always, we're invited to drop absolutely everything. Drop every word that was shared for 18 minutes and 44 seconds. We drop the music. Drop all of the contemplations. Drop all of the ideas. Drop all of the sense of knowing, and I know this, and I know that, and this is the way it is. Drop the idea even of ascension, awakening, remembering. Drop the idea of an individual called man, woman. Drop the idea of earth, galaxies, universe. Drop the idea of form. Drop all ideas of past or future. Just be completely empty as we're invited into a short sacred silence, as we allow what is to be what is, as what is. So thank you everyone for joining this daily journey with us, this Life of Bliss Living Transmission journey, a whole year, 251 days in, flowing and glowing. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, with another live video. And all the quotes are coming from the book, Life of Bliss Living Transmission. And we will continue this journey with each of you. If you are getting value from these transmissions, and if they are touching you, triggering you, opening you, closing you, reminding you, forgetting you, whatever it is, we invite you to like, comment, subscribe, share with friends and family, anyone that you feel at 1555 that may be called to this. For it is those with eyes to see, and ears to hear, and hearts to feel. Until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are.